So this is part two of the Reveal King, Heal Kingdom, my friend.
Very calm.
No, but you didn't feel like it. I'm saying that, in other words, like, just tell the truth. Maybe the light didn't do it to you. Like, in other words, you fall into a calm and a peace, like, not normal.
I felt like I was in a coma. I felt peaceful. Nothing bothered me.
Well, that's because you knew you were being healed, but that's a mental thing. But I'm saying, in other words, don't worry about it. Like, eventually the light's going to do it. In other words, you'll feel a calm and a peace, you can't explain it. So,
right.
I mean, you can, but I don't think the light did that to you because you would have said it or something.
Yeah.
I think you're just saying the mental state because, like, when the light moves you, obviously it's God. Like, how could that happen?
Right.
So anyway, your arm was shaking, or
my arm was shaking. My arms are like the way you told me to fold it. The way it was like when I was with your brother. My arm, like my left arm started shaking.
But was it vibrating, or was it actually shaking, like moving?
It was moving.
But it was. Oh. Anyway, you're telling the truth. The light's telling me. But the calm and the peace you felt, the light didn't do that to you yet. It was just mentally you're at ease because shit, this is impossible.
Right. Right.
All right. So when are you gonna go to the doctor now? But did you so you don't feel sick or anything? Did you feel sick or anything before the healing? Like, from the chemo?
No, because I don't feel sick with the chemo. No, they told me I'm going to feel sick in a couple of months.
Oh, so
they said because I found out in January.
Yeah. All right. So next time, when are you going to go to the doctor next?
Matter of fact, I'm going next week.
Yes, so they're going to do your numbers. I remember from my friend who had it last time. I forgot what it's called. They have prostate numbers, and they never go.
Yeah.
So when you see they're going down, but the doctors might say it's from the drugs already, but they'll know the normal thing. It's going to be abnormal what the light does. It's not going to be what normal. So don't tell them until after they tell you.
I ain't telling them nothing. No, I'll wait till they tell me something.
And ask them, is this normal or is it more than normal? Is it miraculous? Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you'll know.
I'm going to talk to you before that. Believe me.
No, I know, because the light's going to do two more healings on you. So in the next couple of days, we'll do another one, and then you'll have another humanly possible experience.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate it, man, what you're doing for me.
I'm not doing it. Trust me, it's nothing to do with me.
No, but you know what I'm talking about. But listen, you talk to the light. So if it ain't from you, it's the light that's doing it.
Yeah.
You're the guy. You're the one in the middle talking to the light.
Yeah. No, I know. Anyway, all right. Well, you'll see. You're gonna get all better, and you're not gonna have to go through that shit.
I don't want to go through that. No.
Yeah, I know, because it sucks.
I mean, I never went through this shit before.
In other words, that shit, when you take the chemo and all that, and what it does is like it makes your heart and organs and everything fucked up.
Yeah, they say it helps you, but it's bullshit. It doesn't help.
No, it helps you because it kills. In other words, it kills cancer, but it kills other shit too in your body, and so it's killing you in other places. And so a lot of people, like, their heart can't handle it, or other organs can't handle it. So the chemo ends up killing you from. But it's you throw up and there's side effects from it, and it sucks. It's torture. So with the light healing, you're not going to have to go through all that.
Let me tell you, my father's side of the family had it. All the men in my father's side.
Most guys get it. most.
Yeah.
In other words, I took steroids I didn't take a lot, but I took steroids. So I used to piss in a bottle. Like, I used to keep a bottle next to my bed, and I would piss like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times a night. I don't know. I didn't count, but
Right.
so that's prostate. And then, when the light came in my life, the light healed everything. Like I have a prostate of a fucking teenager, Yeah. So, for sure, I would have had that.
Let me ask you a question. When did the light come in your life?
December 22nd, 2006.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be 20 years already. Like, it seems like 3 years. Like, time goes by so fast. It's 2 millenniums. But did you see, I don't know if you go on my Facebook page today. This is unbelievable. So some girl sent me this Jesus thing about Peter.
Right.
I never read that stupid book, but anyway, So there's a character in there named Peter, right? Yeah. So she sends me this thing. You'll see. And it tells all about the Peter and God, right? And the whole thing is pre-predicting about me in the light. So in other words, so then the light goes, has me look up, last night, has me look up on Google, when did Peter get entered into the Bible, that story? How many years ago was that? And I go, how many thousands of years ago? I asked the computer, how many thousands of years ago was that? So then it goes, I forgot what, 84 BC or something like that.
Right.
Something BC. So it's all on there. So I look it up, and it says in 2021, that was 1,957 years ago. And 2021, the light channeled that because that's double 21s, that's double 3s were going to be free. Just like the 3 PMs and the 3, the time the light, stopped the healing and all that. So then it showed the numbers, and I took a picture of it and put it on. 1957, that's the year me and my brother were born.
Right.
So the light is pre-predicting that in the Bible, 1,000, whatever, 1,957 years ago. The light's pre-predicting this. And then 57 is 12, that's the most spiritual number. And then that adds up to 3. 1 and 2 is 3, we're going to be free. And 3 is known as the luckiest number in numerology.
Right.
And then when you add up all the numbers, 1957, that adds up to 22, brain spanking new and full view with no makeup caked up. And that's the biggest tease in the whole thing. That's what makes famous people cognitively try to disgrace the light, lie about the light, and cognitively choose unbearable pain in their mainframe, moving to body part, and eventually they're going to get melted faces and droop face, and they're failing this lifetime test, obviously. In the famous ones who all had opportunity to tell the truth about the light, and they were given, you have 3 days, blah, 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 to tell the truth, or you're going to get libel, Bible, so-called death, which is morbid, id. R.I.P., rest in pieces. No human body, no face, no cognitive thinking, no thought. You're dead as a doornail. Because those people, that's six lifetime tests in a row. Most of them fail. A few of them pass one. So in other words, is that a coincidence, or is it just, that's how unbelievable the story is. God channeled that in the stupidest fucking most evil book ever written, the Bible. That gives people permission to do anything evil as long as you say a man named Jesus cartoon, God is God. Then he'll forgive torturing the American Indians, desecrating the American Indians, killing 60 million people and torturing them. In other words, the Germans, I think I read it, they tortured and gassed 6 million Jews, but I think altogether it was 60 million people they killed and tortured in total. So, and they did that in the name of Jesus. And then all the Africans were placed on ships in their own shit and piss in fucking freezing cold chains. And they were sold in the name of Allah and Muhammad and bought in the name of Jesus. So all this shit is in the name of religion. And then when the police and stuff pull me over, the police, they always go, we don't want to hear about this religion stuff. And I go, the light is here to get rid of religion. The religion is the downfall of the planet. So
is this when they pulled you over that time for the plates?
all the time. Whenever I get pulled over, the light goes in me, and like they put me in handcuffs. They say they're going to take me to jail. Then the light usually puts pain in them, and then they start kissing my ass, and then they take the handcuffs off and let me go. But anyway, all right, well, Joe, I'm glad you had that experience, so you know something's going on, obviously, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And like I told you, I will take a lie detector test 100 times over.
So when your arm was moving, in other words, the light didn't go in you and start moving your arm. The light just made your arm like vibrate or moving. Or did the light actually go in you and start moving it?
It just, like I said, when I closed my eyes, I seen the light, I seen like the shadow. It was like your brother's sculpted body, like it's his body.
Yeah.
It was his body, and then that's when my arm moved. Right after that.
Yeah. But did the light move your arm like you were just, or it was just like just started vibrating like or moving on its own?
It moved. It moved. It just moved. It wasn't vibrating. No, it just moved. I was peaceful, comfortable, the way I was, and it just moved. After I seen.
But did it move like one time or like how many? Like.
Basically, it moved my arm. Like it's just like say when you move your arm, like you move your arm back. It moved my arm like about 2 inches. It moved my arm.
Just once or over and over?
Like one time it did it. One.
So then the light went in you and moved your arm. That's what happened?
That's what happened, and wow. I don't know what to say then. I really don't.
All right. Well, no, because I'm saying, it could be, I don't know how to put it into words. Because when I was doing the healing on the blind kid, the light went in him and started moving his arms back and forth. And then one guy, this writer in Costa Rica, the light moved his neck, like his head, like he didn't do it.
Then it does sound like. Then it sounds like the light did it. Then.
Well, you would know. Like it's just the way you describe it. Like you would know. In other words, like. You know, you didn't go to move your arm. You're saying that your arm just moved on its own.
No. I was very peaceful. Like I said, I was peaceful, comfortable. After I seen the vision, that's when the arm moved.
The light moved your arm. The light's telling me. It's just, I was confused the way you described it. All right, I'll talk to you later. In the next few days, we'll do the next healing.
Absolutely. But we'll talk soon then.
Okay, all right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.